From the mind of Mark Yoshimoto Nemcoff.
There are those who say that the more accurate U87 sound that you can get out of the Townsend Sphere actually comes from the U47 rather than the U87 model. So I thought we'd check out all three 47s that you can get as part of the Townsend Sphere and the associated plugins that are available with it. So this is the stock 47, the one that you get when you buy the microphone. And here is the Ocean Way 47. This is the one that apparently like Frank Sinatra sang into or something like that. And here is the Bill Putnam 47. So right away you can tell there's a difference between them, as you would expect from microphones that are this old. So I'm popping in between them using UA MIDI control, so I can turn one plugin off and then turn on the next one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read a little Casey at the bat through it. And that way you can hear the difference between the three models. So here we go. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville 9 that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one inning more to play. And then when Cooney died at first, and Barrows did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could get but a whack at that, we'd put up even money now, with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did also Jimmy Blake, and the former was a Lulu, while the latter was a fake. So upon that stricken multitude grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single to the wonderment of all, and Blake the much despised tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and the men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. All right, so let's go back to the original 47. So what'd you hear? Did you hear enough of a difference between them? And I think that overall, when you start talking about the nuanced differences between 47s, this one seems to be, well, hold on. Let's go to this one. So this one feels a little bit more clear overall. This one feels a little bit more like you're getting a little bit more coloration. And this one feels like it's right in between. So I definitely think that right off the bat, there is a difference in the nuance of these three models. But again, I want to know what you're thinking. So which 47 would you use in a session? And would you use it for voiceover? That's the question. All right, let me know. All right? Until next time, this is Mark Yoshimoto Nemcoff, fading to black.